Hello everybody and welcome to a new Let's Play that I'm starting for a game that I've known about for quite a long time since it's been out. I bought it a long time ago and I recently got gifted the expansion, the Expedition expansion, and I've always been pretty interested in the cult classic Underrail, and in this case Underrail Expedition. So this is a cult classic, highly revered game, RPG, to hardcore RPG players. It's kind of like a Fallout 1 or Fallout 2 type deal. It's very hardcore, very brutal, and just seems like a ton of fun. It's a sci-fi game, so let's get right into it. It looks good. Video looks good. I guess we're playing at 720p. Let's make everything smaller. It does, but I think we can manage. Let's start a new game. Game rules. Set the difficulty and the experience point system for this playthrough. So we're going to play on hard. Let's look at the rules. This difficulty is meant for experienced players and it leaves very little room for error. The player character has reduced health while medical consumables heal for less and have increased cooldown. Some encounters have been made harder either in enemy numbers or through other means. NPCs will on occasion act more intelligently than on normal difficulty, and items are sold for 50% of their value. So actually, because this game is so brutal, I think we should play on normal. This is the way the game is meant to be played, it says, with less room for error in combat. Provides a lot of challenge to an average hardcore gamer with less room for error in combat. So we'll play on normal and see how it goes. Because on hard and dominating, you really have to plan your builds to a T, and I'm gonna just kind of be winging it. So. Oddity XP system. You gain experience by collecting oddities scattered across Underrail by completing quests. Higher end oddities are found in progressively more dangerous and hard to access areas. No experience is granted for skill usage or killing, though some oddities are only dropped by creatures. I think I want to go classic. You gain experience by killing enemies, completing quests, and utilizing certain skills. It defaulted to oddity. Let's try oddity actually. Something different. Alright, enter name. This is going to be Cyrus. Baseability scores represent characters' core potential. These scores are set at the creation time but can be evolved later to a certain degree. They affect many things in the game, such as skill levels, and are often found as requirements for feats, studies, and psi abilities. Let's pick a different picture. Lots of choices. Wow, a lot of choices. I'll be... That looks pretty cool. We'll be him. Alright, strength. Measures characters' muscle power. It affects melee damage and carry capacity. It's also important for characters who intend to use heavier weapons such as sniper and assault rifles, sledgehammers, and spears. I'm actually going to go down a point in that to give me points for other abilities that I want. Dexterity measures characters' reflexes, hand-eye coordination, and finger nimbleness. It affects many things such as operating locks, thievery, throwing, and initiative. It increases critical strike chance of melee attacks. High dexterity also reduces action point cost of unarmed and light weapons, pistols, submachine guns, knives, throwing knives, and fist weapons. So I want that at 7. Agility represents characters' reflexes, fleet-footedness, as well as affinity towards other athletic and acrobatic activities. Among other things, it affects dodge, evasion, initiative, and movement points. It also allows the character to move more quietly, increasing the stealth performance. I think we move that to 7. Constitution represents the health and general stamina of your character. It's important for all types of characters, but especially for those who plan on making the armor suit their main defense. It also helps prevent or lessen the effects of poison diseases. We'll take a point out of that. Perception represents characters' ability to discern objects from far away as well as to notice hidden things in their vicinity. It helps the character to use ranged weapons more effectively, as well as detect hidden objects, passages, and creatures. Want that to go up. Will measures character's mental determination to see his actions regardless of various mental difficulties such as pain, suggestion, and overwhelming odds, as well as to force his will onto others in the environment. It heavily affects the potency of all psi disciplines as well as psi point regeneration. And intelligence determines how well the character learns and reasons. It is important for a character that focuses on science as all disciplines are dependent on it. It also determines a number of different psi abilities that can be invoked during combat and affects psi point regeneration. So I see myself using like pistols, and that sort of thing. Kind of being a stealthy guy, maybe. Let's get a point of will. I think that looks pretty good, actually. I'm going to be like a thief type character, I think. I think we'll go with this. You must spend all skill points before... Oh, we didn't click skills, okay. So we have 120 points. At your character's level up, they will receive a number of skill points that you can distribute in various areas. You may not invest more than 5 skill points, 3 times that at level 1 per level in any given skill. Each skill is affected by one of your character's Baseability Scores, but the amount of points you may invest in any skill is not restricted by them. Some skills may benefit from others through skill synergy. The number in brackets represents the skill level with all factors counted in. Okay. Lots of skills. So I want Persuasion. I want Mercantile. Start at 10 for those. I want Chemistry. I want Lockpicking. I want Hacking. Traps, I'm not sure. Dodge and Evasion. I want Dodge and Evasion. Crossbows, increase your precision and damage with crossbows. Let's get guns. Increases your precision and damage with any type of pistol, submachine gun, or rifle. This includes both firearms and energy weapons. Also, the higher your skill level, the more advanced weapons you can wield effectively. Dodge increases your chance to avoid melee attacks. Increases your chance to avoid a ranged attack. Reduces damage you receive from area of effect attacks. Lockpicking allows you to pick mechanical locks and dismantle other mechanical barriers such as ventilation shafts. Hacking allows you to hack all kinds of computer devices such as electronic locks, cameras, sentry turrets. We just want Chemistry. I don't know if I'm going to use Psi. Thought control, ability to influence the minds of other living creatures through mental suggestion and domination. Also the ability to focus and enhance your own mental processes to take greater control of your body. Psychokinesis, ability of the mind to exert mechanical force as well as to emit electrical currents and project electromagnetic fields. Ability of mind to initiate and control rapid temperature changes and harness exothermic and endothermic energies. Temporal manipulation, ability of mind to manipulate time or time perception on very local level, including partial time suspension, in reversal, and recurrence. Alright, so let's take persuasion of 15. It has a synergy with mercantile. Let's take chemistry to 15. Represents your knowledge of chemistry. The skill is primarily used in crafting various items such as explosives. Let's take hacking to 15, lockpicking to 15, maybe traps to 15. Allows you to plant and disarm increasingly more powerful traps. The higher your skills, the harder your traps will be to spot and disarm. Also increases your chance of spotting traps. Let's burn traps at 15. And feats. Trigger happy. Initiative increased by 7. Suppressive fire. Enemies caught in your assault rifle, submachine gun, or shotgun burst attack cone, regardless of whether they've been shot, have their range chance to hit reduced by 10%, action points reduced by 5, and movement points reduced by 10 for 1 turn. You can activate the sprint ability, which grants you 30 additional movement points for 2 turns, only effective while not in stealth. Cooldown 10 turns. We have 2 feats to pick. Every time you kill an enemy with your melee or ranged weapon, your movement points are reset to 25. You cannot exceed your maximum if they are below that number. Burglar reduces the time it takes to pick and hack locks by 75%. Also grants you plus 10 bonus to stealth skill when in controlled areas. That's pretty cool. You can perform an aim shot with any single target weapon for a guaranteed critical hit. Cooldown 3 turns. Versatility. Your effective guns, crossbows, and melee skill value is brought up to 60% of the effective value of the highest of those skills. Sure step. You can safely navigate caltrops and puddles of acid. Strafe reduces movement shoot penalty by 15%. Snooping increases perception by 3 for the purpose of detecting hidden passages and other secrets. I want that. Recklessness increases your chance to critically hit with weapons and unarmed attacks by 7%, but also increases your chance to get critically hit by weapon and unarmed attack and psi abilities by 3%. Quick Pockets provides you with an extra utility slot and reduces the action point cost of equipping items during combat by 50%. Okay, I don't want Paranoia. Pack Rat Hound increases your carrying capacity by 50. Opportunist increases damage against rooted, stunned, and incapacitated targets by 25%. No. Reduces pickpocketing time by 50%. No. Nimble reduces armor penalty by 15% and grants 15% bonus to dodge and evasion if your armor penalty is at 0. Expertise. Your non-critical crossbow, melee, and bullet blaze firearm attacks deal additional mechanical damage equal to your level up to maximum 20 bonus damage. Initiative increased by 7. I kinda like that. Reduce the time it takes to pick lock and hack lock by 75%. Let's get Burglar. Burglar and Snooping. So you can see the character I'm kind of going for. Let's get into it. Alright, last topic, of course, earthquake repairs. What's the situation at the South Tunnel? Gotta dig deeper to plant the explosives or we risk more damage to the tunnel. Almost everyone is working shifts up there. Shouldn't be too long now. He nods. Gorski, how's the security looking? Got one man at the cave exit, and that's enough as far as I'm concerned. Automated security is strong there, and as long as we know the crossroad and the cove are clear, no one can sneak up on us. Also, got one man at the underpassages, and he's been ordered not to open the gate no matter what. The last thing we need right now are those bloody lurkers sneaking up on us. Everyone else is up at the platform securing workers and tunnels. Good, good. If no one has anything else to add, that will conclude this council meeting. Actually, just one more thing. In case you weren't informed already, I admitted a new citizen to the station. That Cyrus fellow? Yes, I think he'll be a good addition to the station. He and Vencel are still at the range, but they should be done any moment now, I believe. You put too much trust in your test, Tanner. All I care about is how he handles live action, not how many points he got. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Best put him to work immediately. We need all hands on deck right now. Indeed, that is all. Vera, Gorski. Vencel. An unexpected yawn interrupts Vencel. He instinctively raises his left hand to cover his mouth, forgetting that he's wearing a respirator. A tiny smile creeps up on your face due to this very fact, yet you understand that after many hours of testing, these kind of lapses tend to sneak up on people. He soon continues. Excuse me. All in all, Cyrus, as far as I'm concerned, we're done here. I've got a few other things to do, but unless you'd like to have another go at the testing range, you have no reason to stay here any longer. As a matter of fact, I'd like to give it one more try. I never had access to a range like this before, so why not make the most of it while I'm here? This will start the tutorial. His tired eyes aren't exactly ready to enjoy your response, but he still nods. No problem, but know that it won't affect your previous results. I guess it's best to go through the whole procedure as if this is your first time at the range. Okay, I'll now open the gate for you to go through. As before, I'll be watching you through the cameras. We'll continue once you get past the gate. I'm ready, Vencel. Okay, tab shows everything. Through this gate? Over here? Can you hear me? Loud and clear. Great, now pick up your weapons and armor from the cabinet. I think there's also a few EMPs left on the shelf as well. Press tab to highlight all interactable objects, or Z to reverse the order of highlighted objects. Contents of any container can be picked up by either double-clicking them in the container window or dragging them into your inventory, which can be opened in a separate window by pressing I. You can also press A to take all the items from a container. All hotkeys presented in this tutorial are default values and can be changed in the options menu. There will be 3 bots fighting against you just like the first time, so choose an appropriate weapon and make sure you wear that armor. There was a guy a few years ago who forgot to put his armor on and, well, it didn't end well. Take those bots out. To equip weapons, armor, and utilities, open the inventory and double-click on any of those items or drag them into their respective slot. You may have up to 2 weapons equipped at the same time, and you can select the primary weapon by clicking on its icon in the action bar. The left side of the inventory window represents the contents of your belt, and this is where you put your utility items like grenades or special crossbow bolts. Ring me when you're ready to proceed, or if you have any questions. Understood. Okay, so weapons locker. We've got a 5mm Hawker pistol, damage 10 to 16. This is a 5mm caliber Hawker handgun. Ignores up to 40% of target's evasion at close range. It's got durability, weight, value. Alright, so let's open our inventory. You know what? I'm actually going to turn this back down because it is a bit hard to see. Okay, here we go. We've got 5mm standard round, 30 of them. What's that for crossbow? 11 to 23. Incurs 125% of mechanical damage resistance and threshold. Bolts. Steel combat knife. The steel knife can be a quick and deadly close quarters weapon against unarmored or unsuspecting targets. It's the Zephyr model light crossbow. We've got a steel sledgehammer. It can be a powerful melee weapon in the hands of a strong wielder. Insulated vest carries a ballistic panel made of laminated fabric that has hard, rigid surface, valued for its high bullet stopping capability. And we'll get into this more as we go, so let's open the inventory. Just click take all. Shirt and pants. It's not much, but it's better than going around naked. Let's put on the combat suit. Let's equip the pistol, the crossbow, and see what's on the shelves. Emp Grenade. This grenade discharges a powerful electromagnetic pulse on impact, damaging and disabling electronic equipment. Use. All automatons in the blast take 30 to 45 electricity damage. This damage bypasses resistances and shields, and are stunned for 2 turns. All targets also have their electronic equipment immediately drained of all energy and receive electrical damage equal to 50% of energy drained. Sounds wicked. Alright, I should be good to go. I'm here. Got any combat tips for me? Always be prepared and fight smart. Brute force will only get you so far. You can initiate combat manually, either by pressing enter or clicking the button in the lower right corner of the screen, or when an enemy spots you. Hovering over any characters will reveal their name, remaining health, and attitude toward the player in the form of a colored name tag. Right-clicking will display more info regarding health and active effects on the top of the screen. Combat in Underrail is turn-based, which means that different characters take turns at performing their actions. Every time combat begins, whoever has the highest initiative will get to act first. The initiative stat is a base value which can be influenced by both agility and dexterity. However, should the player manually initiate combat, the player will always be the one to move first. When combat begins, an action point bar will appear in the lower right corner, which can be used for the duration of the player's turn. Movement points are colored yellow and can be used for movement only. Action points are colored green and can be used for attacking, using inventory items, interacting with game world objects, etc. And if the movement points have been exhausted, can be used for moving as well. Pressing space ends the player's turn, while pressing enter will end combat if all enemies have been defeated, incapacitated, or if the player has managed to stay outside of the vision for long enough. Hey Vancel, what weapon should I use against bots? Technically, you can use whatever feels suits you the best, but as you know, bots in general are pretty well armored. Knives might work if you want to slash rat hounds, but against bots you better use something like high caliber or armor piercing bullets, explosives, or even sledgehammers rather than, say, JHP rounds and bolts. These ain't gonna work as well. Now, EMP weapons are best, but if you want to do some serious damage or even short circuit bots, these don't work so well against living enemies unless you want to drain someone's energy shield, for example. And what about armor? Well, armor is good for you, he laughs. When it comes to armor, there's always a trade-off between protection and mobility. For example, wearing metal armor makes you less agile but offers more protection, while with, say, leather armor you get the opposite, less protection but more mobility. Of course, there's more to armor than just these two extremes, but you get the general idea, I hope. I placed a tactical vest in the locker, which works good against bullets, and that's what you'll need right now. Anything else? What do you mean by short-circuiting bots? An EMP blast will temporarily take out any bots it hits. Know that after some time they will power on again and will be immune to EMP for a short period of time. Some funky defense mechanism. I think it was Harold who already explained that to me, but I wasn't paying enough attention. What are some effective ways for me to temporarily disable my enemies? There's loads of ways one can deal with this opponent. Some you can incapacitate by flashbangs, others you can stun with electrical weapons. While both stun and incapacitation are disabling effects that prevent a target from performing any action, they are not the same. Incapacitation effect breaks the line of sight between the player and the target, allowing for stealthing and easier escape or repositioning, but can be removed by any attack. Stun, on the other hand, cannot be removed in almost all cases, but stunned targets do retain the line of sight and will chase the player once the stun effect wears off. You can use traps, or if you go with psionics, you can even mess with people's heads. Just remember that what you can do to others, they can also do to you. Other disabling effects can prevent targets from moving, slow them down, and more. Many human enemies will have similar tools at their own disposal, so learning about all these effects not only helps you use them, but figure out ways to defend from them. How do I hold a weapon? Elapse. That's a good one. To equip weapons. Okay. How do I use my weapons and devices more effectively? Keep important items where they're easy to access. The lower part of the screen contains the action bar. The left segment of the bar is where you can drag items and abilities for easier use. Certain items can be dragged from the inventory, while abilities and special attacks can be dragged from the quick invoker, which can be opened by pressing F or clicking its icon in the action bar. The action bar also displays which of the weapons you've equipped is the primary one. It can be seen in the player model's hands. Weapons can be switched by clicking them or pressing X for no cost of action points. The right segment of the action bar contains belt items. This is where grenades, special bolts, and other utilities are displayed. The number of slots can be increased by equipping different belts and or having certain feats. Lastly, just above the action bar is the experience bar, which displays how much experience you have gained and how much more you need to level up. Because, digging through your bag to find that health hypo you urgently need is not the smartest way to go about it, Cyrus. How do I reload my weapon? Really? If you're using a weapon which has ammo or needs to be charged, an ammo energy counter will appear above the action bar and will display remaining ammo energy. To reload your primary firearm, hold shift to display all appropriate ammo types you can use with the weapon and click on the desired ammo type. You can also reload directly from inventory. Right-click the ammo type you want and use the radial menu to select the desired option, load full magazine, single round, etc. Then left-click on the weapon you want to load. A weapon can also be unloaded, which is done by simply right-clicking it while it's in your inventory. Crossbows do not need to be reloaded because they use bolts directly from the inventory. Special bolts, however, need to be placed in utility slots before they can be used. Energy weapons are charged in a similar fashion to firearm, with the exception that they cannot be unloaded. Look, I'm tired and I can't tell if you're joking or you're being serious. Okay, that would be all for now. I'll ring you if I have any more questions. Okay, what's the quick invoker? Attacks. Burst. Pickpocket. Stealth mode. Lock. Lock's a mechanical or electronic lock providing you with the right key. I think we have to load. Okay, we're loaded up. I put EMPs down here. Alright, I think we're ready to go. I'm ready, open the gate. They're firing at me. Oh wait, I want to throw an EMP. What am I doing? Oops, how do I throw an EMP? Did I drop them? No, I drew them from my inventory. Do they need to go over here? I didn't mean to shoot at these bots. It's red for some reason. Just end your turn. Do I have to move? Oh, I have to equip them. There we go. Alright, so Q. No. Q. Enough action points. I'll get the hang of this. Alright, Q. Short-circuited them. Good job, Cyrus. Now I want you to pick up the items from that locker. There should be a battery, a hacksaw, and 2 lockpicks inside. By left-clicking a locked object, the skill necessary to unlock that particular type of lock will be displayed above it. To open mechanical locks, you will need high enough lockpicking skill, and for electronic, high enough hacking skill. Using a lockpick can be done either from the inventory or more easily from the action bar. In the first case, right-click a lockpick and then left-click an object you want to unlock, while in the second, drag the lockpick into an action bar slot, select it, then use it on an object. Oh, and yeah, the container has an electronic lock, so charge your hacksaw first if you want to open that thing. Using a hacksaw is similar to using a lockpick, with the exception that it needs to be charged first. You can use any battery to charge it. Simply right-click a battery, select recharge item from the radio menu, and left-click the item you want to charge. That'd be all for now. If I have more questions. Okay, I want to turn off the screen edge scrolling. Alright, so we've got Supercharged Lithium Cell, the pinnacle of lithium energy storage technology. This cell discharges energy many orders of magnitude faster than a conventional lithium-ion battery, but cannot be recharged. Lockpick MK2 can be used for picking mechanical locks. And a hacksaw MK2 used to hack various computer devices as well as disable electronic locks. Okay. Oh, the door is locked. Okay. Let's put these in the action bar. Press 5, and then press the door. Simple enough. Foot locker in a box. And then foot locker in the box. Hacking. So we have to use the lithium ion battery. Recharge. Hacksaw. Put this down here. 5. Hack it. In it. Good, good. Now for the final room, here you've got one sentry bot and a camera. Try to sneak around the bot if you can. This one will not shut down after one hit, just to let you know. You can enter stealth mode both in and out of combat, but only if no one can see you while you're activating it. While in stealth mode, all characters, friend or foe, will display an icon above their heads which indicates whether they can see you or suspect that you're sneaking around. Your skill, proximity to a character, illumination, and even whether you're in front or behind it will determine how well you remain hidden. Suffering a hit while in stealth mode will instantly reveal you as will bumping into any characters. By the way, the camera can see you no matter how good you think you're hiding, so it'd be best if you're able to avoid its line of sight completely. Stealth offers many advantages. You can pick how and when you initiate combat, or you can even avoid it altogether. which can completely change the outcome of an encounter. Also, certain abilities work only when you are in stealth and can be used to cause massive damage on unsuspecting targets. For instance, sound plays an important role in Underrail, since loud sounds can attract characters to investigate what is going on. Using quiet weapons like crossbows or knives is a good way to make sure a silent assassin remains truly silent. That tactical vest might not be the most appropriate thing for sneaking, but it'll do for now. Of course, there are drawbacks too, most important of which is the armor penalty. Wearing heavy armor can severely reduce your effective stealth skill or even downright make it useless, so being aware of what your gear you use is crucial. Y'all. Okay, so how do I sneak? Oh, 3. Oh, the camera saw me. Another? No. Oh, it's gonna cool down 5 turns. Not enough action points. Okay, well, I tried. Oh, in combat. Disappear. Okay, so we made it out alive. Well done, Cyrus. I hope you're satisfied now, he yawns. Will my performance on this run affect my overall results? Nope. I'm done here. Time to check out my new room. I have no doubt you'll like it. I've yet to see many newcomers complain, he laughs. Nothing more to say than congratulations again, Cyrus, and welcome to Southgate Station. Go get some rest. See you around, Bensel. Southgate Station. Let's hit the light switch. Hanged rat. What could it mean? Broken pixel. This colorful mosaic doesn't seem to represent anything in particular. Footlocker. Nothing. Locker. Health hypo. Hypo filled with blood and enzymes that catalyze a rapid regenerative process. Double check your blood type before use. And bandage can be used to treat light wounds. Restores 140 health points over 7 seconds. Cool. 2 mechanical repair kits can be used to repair mechanical pieces of gear such as firearm, melee weapons, and metal armor. Patching kit can be used to patch leather armor and tactical vest. Flare is an essential tool when venturing into the depths of the Underrail. Rathound leather armor. This armor is made of rathound leather. No matter how hard you try to wash it out, the faint stench of this filthy creature remains. Persuasion decreased by 3 on equipment. We really have no choice but to equip it. Shelves. Nothing. Desk. Compass. As soon as you get turned around in the tunnels of Underrail, you probably need this. The red needle points to the north. 200 Southgate Station credits. This is the internal currency of the Southgate Station. Private quarters keycard unlocks your private quarters. Alright, where's the compass? Alright, personal computer. Personal messages. New personal messages. Keycard from Wayne. Title keycard author Wayne. Hi, I fixed your door so the keycard should work fine now. In case you haven't found it yet, it's in your desk. See you around. Welcome from Tanner. Congratulations, you passed all the tests we presented you in the past weeks and have now obtained full citizenship in Southgate Station. On behalf of the entire community, I welcome you into our fold. Visit me in my office in the Commons as soon as you've rested so we can discuss your duties in the coming day. Okay, in the Commons. I think we're done here. Let's turn the lights off. Nothing on the shelves. See, these are locked doors. Yeah, and they have a red finger saying you shouldn't open them. Oh wow, the game actually has bathrooms. Showers. Interesting. Alright, let's get to the elevator. Where would you like to go? Commons and Cantina. Shelves. Oh, they're listed as... Does that mean you shouldn't touch them? No. Pencil. Did I tell you about that one dude who did the range completely drunk? Hey Cyrus. My shift starts soon. What's up? Ethan. Or he's a handsome young man whose attire portrays him as someone who prefers charm over harm. Whether his looks deceive or not, though, is a question that is yet to be answered. In his hand, a glass of thistly water. He calmly addresses you. May I help you? Who are you? Who wants to know? Cyrus. Good, good. You may call me Ethan. What can I do for you? Anything interesting going on? Not much, unfortunately. The cave-in has us all trapped in here, so like a lot of people, I'm waiting for the tracks to get cleared before I can move on. But it's not much of a problem. I've always liked this place. So you're the traveling type. Take a sip of this fizzy water. Yeah, let's just say I travel a lot. What do you think of Southgate Station? I've been here before many times and will return again if time allows. There are places where more fun can be had. Nothing tops Core City in that regard, at least not in South Underrail. But Southgate Station is the place which I find most relaxing. It is a safe, well-defended station with civilized citizens. The earthquake sort of forced me to stay here, but I don't mind. Moreover, I'd rather be stuck here than at some low-life infested bar worrying whether someone is going to stab me in the back. Where will you be going after the rocks have been cleared? I'm thinking Core City, probably Core City, but the life of a traveler is an unpredictable one. Why are you drinking fizzy water? Water is the best drink. The fizz simply makes it a bit more interesting. No other reason. I have to go. Jack Quicksilver. Haven't seen you around here before. You stuck in this hole as well? No, actually, I'm new here. Name's Jack Quicksilver. Where you from, Jack? I'm not a citizen of any place, if that's what you're asking. I travel around a lot, but when I'm not on a train, I spend most of my time in Core City. What brought you here in the first place? A lucrative business opportunity, but it slipped past me, unfortunately. What happened with that business opportunity? It's a business secret. If you're interested in doing some work, though, that's something I can arrange. What kind of work? Package delivery. I'll pay you in SGS credits, 100 pieces. You interested? Yeah, tell me the details. He beckoned you closer. You know where the GMS warehouse block is? No. Never mind then. Can't risk you getting lost with the package. Let's see. Did you sleep through the earthquake? You met Arlene during your testing period. She's in charge of food preparation and rationing. Ha! We used to make fun of Tanner's stupidly high standards when admitting new people. Not the end of the world if we get someone imperfect, we said. And here you are, bringing us earthquakes on day one. Persuade. Hey, couldn't it have been me? I am perfect. So do I get to eat some real food now that I'm a citizen? Well, aren't you a joker? Don't remember hearing you complain before. So what do you need? Who's that dandy over there? Over there, that's Ethan Lanford. What can you tell me about him? He's a handsome man. Comes to SGS from time to time, always dressed as sharp as a razor. He's always flirting with the ladies, no exceptions. I've seen him entertain quite a number of them, well, myself included, with some unusual psionic tricks. Tricks? Well, he's a temporal manipulator. It's one of those psi abilities, disciplines, But the thing he does, I've never seen anyone else do before. He can manipulate time, but only for specific objects, like slowing down a fly so it moves its wings in slow motion, or making things hover in air, that sort of stuff. It's all parlor tricks, fun and unusual, good to attract the ladies. His good looks and charisma makes him stick around, though. That's his real magic. Know anything else about him, where he's from, what does he do? Not much. He's talkative but reveals little about himself. When you think about it, no one knows where he's from or what he does. He usually comes alone, maybe leaves with a girl, maybe not. Depends. Always drinks fizzy water. Yes. Has that temporal manipulation thing going for him. And that's all I know, really. Oh yeah, dresses as sharp as... Oh wait, I said that already. There was something else. So how bad was it, the earthquake? For us, not that bad. The south tunnel collapsed, so the train is out for a while. The station itself didn't suffer any major damage as far as I know. I heard it's much worse up north. Something about a Union's freighter crashing and getting buried on a side rail near Core City. Man, I can already imagine all the vermin crawling out of their holes to take a bite out of that cake. I'm not talking about rat hounds. So what else is new besides the earthquake? Gorski's gathering up a squad. Don't know what they're up to, but they're armed. Heard any good rumors? Captain Spana recently told me about another poor soul sailing to Silent Isle. Haven't seen him since. Have to order something. Increase Constitution by 1. Hull damage reduced by 15%. Okay, so a lot of food items. Increases dexterity by 1. Mushroom brew. Increases strength by 1. Reduces all mechanical damage taken by 10%. Additionally, all psionic skill will be reduced by 20. Increase initiative by 5. Increases detection by 15%. Stuff that. Cool. So I don't know where that warehouse block is, so I'm not going to get involved there. Barrel. Nothing. Nothing. Classroom of some sort. Adrian. That's who we have to talk to. Okay, these are red, meaning that's his stuff, don't touch. The man behind the desk is Hadrian Tanner, the counselor who admitted you into Southgate Station. Even during your first encounter with him, he struck you as an unusual-looking individual. Setting aside his impressive stature, one finds it difficult not to notice how thick, bushy hair and beard envelop most of his head. That, in addition to his opaque glasses covering his eyes, which you've never noticed him without, means that you can see very little of his face and its expression. His somewhat dirty scavenger outfit, which he wore earlier as well, clashes with the clean, finely furnished office, suggesting that Tanner probably does most of his work in the field. As soon as he finishes typing, he raises his head and reaches out to shake your hand. His big hand, tucked into dark brown gloves, makes yours seem like that of a child in comparison, and you especially feel his large fingers to be twice as thick as yours. His deep voice feels distant and calming when he addresses you. Congratulations once again, Cyrus, and welcome to our small community. You scored very well on our test, no small feat that. I'm sure you'll turn out to be a valuable and respected citizen, but more importantly, I hope you'll find peace and kinship here, which are so hard to come by in the chaos surrounding us. I've yet to get to know the other Southgaters, but I have a good feeling I'll fit in with the rest of the crowd pretty well. He nods. I believe so too. People from many different backgrounds reside in this station. Whatever your interest may be, I'm sure you'll find someone who shares them here. I hope the earthquake didn't disturb you much and you were able to rest a bit from all the testing, for you have much work to do today. Events have transpired that require your attention. Are you ready for some field work? How much damage did the earthquake cause? Not much damage to the station itself. There were no casualties, fortunately. Regardless, the railroad tunnel is caved in, so we're cut off until the rubble has been cleared up. It is nothing that you should be concerning yourself with at this point in time. Now back to the business at hand. First, you can have your weapon back. Lucas of the Armory should have it. And while you're there, you might want to drop by the shooting range since you'll be doing some field work today. Might not be a bad idea to warm up in case things get ugly. Speak to Gorski if he's there. He'll help you set up for some practice sessions. However, that is entirely up to you. Understood, and what is this field work you mentioned? Down in the tunnels below our station, just to the north of Crossroad Caves, lies a series of abandoned outposts. These outposts were built by another station a long while ago for the purpose of scouting and defense. In time they fell to decay. I want you to retake them so they might once again serve the same purpose. However, in order for you to do so, you will need to activate the main power generator that's located inside one of them. Harold from the engineering sector thinks he knows how to get the generator operational, so he should be your first stop after we're done here. Harold from the engineering sector. As far as I'm aware, there are a total of 5 outposts plus one with the generator. I don't know if it's possible to activate all of them, but try to activate at least 3. You may also want to talk to Jonas at the Crossroad Watch Post. It's down in the tunnels just outside the station. You'll be passing through there anyway. He's one of our most experienced scavengers, and he's probably seen more of South Underrail than any of us here. He'll surely have some useful advice for you. Why are we retaking these outposts? It is an important strategic position should certain factions attempt to encroach further into our zone of control. Besides, cleaning them out will also push some of the unwanted wildlife further away from SGS, so it is also beneficial in that regard. Wildlife? I understand that a few packs of rat hounds moved into the area, but you best talk to Jonas regarding that. He'll have more details. He knows that area inside out. Alright, I'll be off then. Oh, and one more thing before you go. Pascal, our station's chief physician, wanted to see you, so you should probably pop down to his office in the medical sector when you have the time. Got it? See you later. Notes. Okay, it's keeping good notes. That's good to see. Alright, so we have our weapon back. Where's the weapon? Oh, the guy at the shooting range has it. I have to go pick it up. Cool. Cave hopper meat. Should not be consumed raw. It's much tastier in the form of a cooked meal. Kitchen cabinets are all stuff I shouldn't touch. Ooh, a box. nothing in it. I'll grab the cave popper meat. I can always cook it sometime. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this game. Ooh, brass knuckles. They can always sell them. Try this door here. Bathrooms, urinals. Behind the curtains. Oh, toilets, of course. Messing around in the bathroom. Alright, so I'm gonna save here. Call it episode 1. It might be a little bit early to save, but I'm tired. It's been a long day. Yeah, Underrail. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope changing the resolution didn't mess with the video too much when I upload it. Yeah, so check out my other Let's Plays as well that are going on. A lot of fun I'm having at the channel. And I'll see you next time with more Underrail. We'll head to the shooting range and get our gun and do some shooting and test that out. So much love, peace, joy, and light to you guys, and yeah, I'll see you next time. So long, everyone.